Alright, my name is Andrew and today I'm going to show you exactly how to build your own Shopify store step by step from start to finish. The best part about this video is that it's not just a quick Shopify tutorial, this is more of like a full guide on creating your online store completely from scratch, especially if you're a beginner. We're going to build an entire Shopify store together. Now, you might have gotten into Shopify already and tried to create your store with one of the basic Shopify themes out there and realize that it's pretty bad. So this is why in this video I'm going to walk you through setting up your Shopify store using the Materia theme. Now, even if you're using the default Shopify theme, you can still follow along with this video, pause when you need to, rewind if something feels confusing, and just build your store with me as we go. And by the end of this, you'll have a beautiful, professional, and fully functional Shopify store ready to sell whatever you're selling. So for this video, we're going to build a simple clothing store just because it covers the basics so you can understand how Shopify works, but you can replace the product with whatever product you're selling because the concepts are the same. So you can follow along because it doesn't matter what niche you are in. So now that you know what kind of store you want to build, let's get into branding. And I'm gonna start with saying that no one wants to buy from a sketchy looking website, even if your product is the best, right? So you gotta make sure your logo, your domain, and Favicon are in check. So first, let's start with the domain. Gotta be simple. I recommend using .com domains. It's the most trusted type of domain. You can go with .net as well, but .com is still the best. You know, it's still the king. So just find a name related to your product. If you don't feel that creative, you can go to Namelix and generate some names. Just keep it short and memorable. Once you find a name that you like, it's time to grab a domain. Now, what I recommend is if you want to save some money, is grabbing your domain through Hostinger. That's what I personally use. I host all of my domains there. You can find .com domains here for as low as 10 bucks, and the whole process is super beginner friendly. Plus, since they are one of our partners, we got a special deal for you, 20% off your first domain. Just use the link in the description and the discount will be automatically applied. Now that we're finished with our domain, let's create a logo. Now for the logo, I hate it, man. Like, just from the perspective of people overthinking it way too much. They spend all of their time making the perfect logo and then it ends up looking like the ugliest thing they could ever make. So just make it good, you know, go to Canva, search for logo, pick a clean, modern template, play with the elements if you want to be more creative. I recommend not going with the first template that shows up. Probably thousands of people use it, so it's not a good idea. But if you pick one, try to change some things, maybe the font, maybe the color, the arrangement, maybe replace some elements here and there. Take your time, don't add too many elements. I mean, this one looks pretty cool. I'll go with that. Now let's go to the last one, which is the Favicon, the tiny logo that shows in browser tabs. For this, again, super simple in Canva or whatever you're using to create your logo. Keep only the icon of your logo, copy it, and go create another image. Select custom size and go for something like 50 by 50, let's say. Paste the icon, and now you just have to download it as a PNG. Okay, we'll upload this image later into Shopify, or you can just download your logo icon and go online to something like Favicon generator and upload your logo and then download the Favicon it generates. So yeah, for now we got a domain, we got a logo, and we got our Favicon ready. Now we can move on to actually building the store. So first, let's go to shopify.com to create your account. But what I recommend instead is going to the link in the description. It will take you to our affiliate page where we got a special offer. Usually you'd have to pay 30 or 40 bucks for Shopify right now from the beginning. But since we are the ones recommending you to start with Shopify, you can start selling for just $1 per month for 3 months. So yeah, you can try it out without paying the full price from the start. You'll find the link down below. Once you're on that page, just enter your email, create your account, and set up your password. I'm not gonna go into that process. Everybody knows how to create an account, right? Then Shopify might ask you some questions related to your business. You can skip all of that. It's not that important. Now that we set up our account, we are inside the main Shopify dashboard. I know it might feel a little bit overwhelming at first. There are buttons everywhere and stuff, but don't worry, we'll go through everything step by step. So first thing first, let's add our product. Because look, everything we build after this, your homepage, colors, layout, offer, branding, it all comes back to this one product. So from the left menu in Shopify, let's click on products, then add product. We're gonna upload this product manually so you can see exactly how it works. Later on, you can use tools like ZenDrop or Dropify to make this process faster, but honestly, I don't really recommend it. I'm still a fan of manual stuff. You just have more control of what's going on in your store. So here we're gonna first upload our product images, name our product, write a simple description, set up our price, make sure it's visible, and then hit save. So let's go through each one. Start with a name. I'm adding a t-shirt, so let's call it something like the Essential D. Clean and simple. Now, next we have the product description. Keep it short. No one wants to read 20 paragraphs. I usually do 1-2 short paragraphs and then a few bullet points with the benefits or some info about a product. You don't need anything fancy here. The key is to keep it readable and visually, easy to digest for the people. If you're stuck, Shopify has a little AI writing tool, but honestly, just write like a human. I mean, you're talking to your customers, so keep it simple. Next, scroll down to media. This is where you upload your product photos. Drag and drop your images here. Make sure they are high quality and clear, and make sure they are showing your product from different angles. A front view, back view, maybe someone wearing it. You get the idea. Once your images are uploaded, you can drag them around to set the order. Okay, now go down to pricing. Let's say the shirt is $29, $30 or something like that. If you want to show it's on sale, you can add a compare at price. Like maybe it used to be, let's say $40. That way people see it's discounted, so we can enter 40. Now scroll down to the inventory section. We can set how many we have in stock. Let's say we have 100 units. For this, check the box that says track quantity. So Shopify keeps track of your stock. If you're doing made to order or pre-orders, you can also check continue selling when out of stock. Okay. Next, we got shipping. If you're not calculating by weight, just leave it at 0. But if you are, add something realistic. For this product, it's a t-shirt, so it's maybe 0.2 kilo, 0.25, 0.30, I don't know, just the weight of your product, just enter something. Okay, next we have variants. So this is where you add sizes or colors if you have them. So for our t-shirt, we can add different sizes like small, medium, large. So we can add them there. You can upload different images for each variant too, for each color, for each size, let's say, or set different prices if you need to. So yeah, it's pretty simple. Now if you scroll down, we get to the search engine listing. This is how your product shows up in Google search. You can change the page title, the description, and URL. But honestly, you can leave it for now. Shopify generates something decent by default. You can always optimize this later for SEO if that is something you want to focus on. Before we move on, let's quickly change our store currency. Even if you are not in the US, USD is standard for most suppliers and most apps. It just keeps things clean, especially if you're running ads internationally. But if you're selling only in Europe or somewhere else local, then yeah, feel free to use your own currency. But here's how to change it. Go to the left menu and click settings. Click on store details. And let's change this to USD and then hit save. And that's it. Now all of your prices will be in USD. All right, so now that we created our product, as you can see, I have a list of more products right here. I added more products, just giving them all a name. I added some images, pricing. Now let's go to the next step, which is setting up our pages. If we look at other websites, for example, we can see that they all have a bunch of extra pages at the bottom, like shipping info, contact, refund policy, stuff like that. You gotta have these pages, like every store should have them. So let's go and set those up. From your Shopify dashboard, go to the left menu and click on online store, then pages. This is where we are gonna create everything. So there are two types of pages, basically. First, we got the legal pages like privacy policy, refund policy, terms and conditions. And then we have general pages like shipping info, contact, frequently asked questions. So first, let's start with the basic pages. So let's go to online store, click customize, and up here where it says homepage, click on it, go to pages and create template. Name this FIQ. And now here you can start customizing your page. As you can see, Materia already has a FIQ template created. So as you can see, it's just a simple image banner with a text. Then we have this Q&A section with different questions and answers, some info cards with some important questions, and as well a contact form if they have more questions. You can customize this page however you want. You know, you can say you can drag these sections however you want. And yeah, now that's the FIQ template is fully designed and ready. So let's assign this template to an actual page. So how do we do that? Go to online store and click on pages and this button add page, name it FIQ, and under theme template, choose FIQ template and hit save. Now let's move on, and next up we got the contact page. Now, as well as we did earlier, by default, Materia comes with this contact template as well. Super clean, this image banner with a text. Some benefits, then we have this contact form and as well some Q&As. Now let's talk about the legal pages like privacy policy, refund policy, and so on. If we go to settings, then policies, you will see that Shopify actually creates templates for us automatically. So all we have to do is replace the placeholders inside those templates with our own info, like our email, our name of the company, and things like that. So it's super easy to do. Now, let's say we want to create a shipping information page, which is a really essential page for most e-commerce stores. So for that, go back to online store, and we basically repeat the same process. Online store, pages, add page. Let's call it shipping info. Okay, then click on this little code icon here, the ones that opens up the HTML editor, and just paste in the shipping policy template. You can find the exact template in the description of this video. Is the one I always use for shipping info. So just copy it, paste it here. You can also use other shipping info templates if you want to, and replace the text with your actual shipping details. Now make sure the page is visible, then click save. All right, so now that we are done setting up the pages, let's move on to the navigation. Basically, navigation is all about those menu links that either show up in the header or at the bottom of the website in the footer, like we see on most websites. And here you'll see the main menu and the footer menu. Let's start with the main menu. First, I'm gonna remove the catalog link because that doesn't really make sense. Instead, I'm gonna add a shop now link, and we'll make it redirect to one of our collections. Okay. Now let's also add another page. For example, the FIQ page we created earlier. Great. Now let's go back and start editing the footer menu. Here we're gonna add our policy pages like refund policy, privacy policy, terms and conditions. Okay. Now the next thing I want to do is head over to Preferences tab. And here let's add a title and meta description so we can rank higher on Google. So here just enter your name of your store, for example, Materia, followed by a small description of your brand. For example, I don't know, the number one streetwear supply. I don't know, just put something there. Look at the competitors, I don't know, get some ideas. Okay, so now we are ready to move on to the next step. But before we start customizing the store design, we have one last thing to cover up, which is the store settings. This one is gonna be pretty short, but still important. Basically, we're just gonna go through some of the backend settings of our store to make sure everything is ready. Things like setting up how people can pay us, checkout settings, we got shipping zones, connecting our domain name, very essential things. So from your Shopify dashboard, head over to the bottom left and click settings. Now here on the left, you'll see a bunch of tabs. So I walk you through ones that matter. So first up, we got store details. You probably already seen the section before. There's not much to change here except one important thing. Go ahead and click edit next to your store name and update it to your actual brand name. In my case, my name is Materia. So I'll just type that and hit save. We already changed our store currency to USD earlier, so which is what I recommend even if you're not in US. Most of your customers will understand and trust, pricing in USD more. Next, we got the payments tab. This is where you set up how people will actually pay you. I personally recommend using the Shopify payments if it's available in your country. It's the easiest option and connects directly. If Shopify payments doesn't work in your region, then go with Stripe or PayPal. Click choose a provider, type in your information, and you're done. Next up is the checkout. Now here we just want to make a few changes to make the checkout process easier for our customers and help you collect more customer info in case they don't finish the purchase. So I recommend for the customer contact method set to email only. Now for the customer information, require first and last name and let's say phone number as well. For marketing options, pre-select the checkbox for email marketing and everything else, just leave it as it is. This will help you with order fulfillment and give you some contact info to, retarget those people if they bounce off your website. Now, scrolling down, we got shipping and delivery. Before we create our shipping rates, we need to add the regions where we are going to sell. So first go to the markets tab, find the international market and click edit. You can just pick specific countries if you want, like just the US or just Europe, but I usually select all the regions. Once you're done with that, hit save, then go back to shipping and delivery. Now let's create 3 shipping options like I always do for my stores. First, we got a free standard shipping. We can leave this at 0. Next, we got faster shipping. I usually price this around $5 or something like that. And the third one, we got premium shipping. We can price this one at, let's say, $6.99, $7 or something like that. Okay, and once you added those, just click save. And very important is to make sure that your supplier can actually fulfill these shipping options. So make sure to check your supplier info. Now, let's connect our custom domain. Go to the domains tab in the settings. Click connect existing domain, then type in your domain name, for example, materia.com, and just follow the instructions to verify it. As I said, I recommend grabbing your domain through Hostinger. That's what I personally use. You can find .com domains there for as low as $6, sometimes $10 or something like that. And the whole process is super beginner friendly. Plus, since they are one of our partners, we got a special deal for you. 20% off your first domain. Just use the link in the description and the discount will be applied automatically. If you bought your domain from Namecheap or other platforms like GoDaddy, just follow the DNS steps they give you. It takes just a few minutes and it's really simple to set up. And now the last one, scroll down to the policies tab. Make sure to complete all of this. And as I said, Shopify gives you some templates so you can just add your own info like privacy policy, refund policy, terms of service, shipping policy. Now these policies will show up automatically in your checkout, which builds more trust. And that's it. Your store settings are all set up. Now let's move on to start customizing the store. So go to online store. And then here where it says themes, as you can see, Shopify gives you a default theme called Dawn right away. It's not a bad theme actually. It's clean, loads pretty fast. It's completely free. If you just want something that gets the job done, it's good. In general, it's a good starting point. But I'm gonna be honest with you, not like any other gurus out there, there's a downside too. Dawn can look pretty basic. Thousands of stores use Dawn, which means your site might end up looking similar to lots of other Shopify stores. And even though it's easy to use, the customization options are pretty limited. And honestly, that's exactly why we built our own team, Materia. No matter what niche you're in, clothing, beauty, one product store, doesn't matter. It comes with multiple demos, tons of options. highly customizable sections so you can make your store look exactly the way you want. For example, you can switch your basic product page, which looks pretty boring, let's be honest, into something way better, adding feature icons, sticky add to cart, payment badges, upsells. Basically everything we tested is proven to help you get more sales and look like the biggest brands out there. Because let's be honest, we are all tired of seeing the same dropshipping stores out there. Like, they all look the same. And the best part is that you can try Materia completely for free. I'll drop the link down below. It takes 2 minutes, costs nothing in the first place, and you probably never want to go back using other themes. Now, as I said in the beginning of this video, we are going to be using Materia. We are using this streetwear template where we have multiple templates that come with the theme as well. So it doesn't matter what you're selling or what niche you're in. So now let's click customize, and here we are inside the theme customizer. On the left side, you'll see all the sections of the page, and then we got the global parts of the store. And I mean these two sections that appear on every page, like the header and the footer. Now, for the sections, we can change the position, we can hide or remove them, and we can also add new sections if we want. Next, we got the theme settings right here, which are, let's say, the general settings of the entire store. You can see it's very complex and it has tons of features, which is really great. So as you can see, first we got the logo tab. So let's actually add the logo. We're gonna upload the logo that we created in Canva. And let's also upload the Favicon we made earlier. Okay, next, if we scroll down, we got a footer. You can add all of the menus to it. And as you can see, we got this store information block where we can add our store information and logo. Now, as we can see, Materia comes already with a fully built template ready to sell. So you can save some time. You can change it however you want by removing or adding new sections. You can change this with your own images. So yeah, this homepage is a great starting point for getting into designing your store, which makes it easier than any other themes, which are pretty limited. And you can just see how different it is, how many options we have. For example, let's click on the slideshow section. You can see multiple options like padding sliders. We can make this text with this cool gradient effect. We can even change the animations of the text inside the slideshow. It would probably take me so much time to go through everything. Now, scrolling down, we can see beautiful animations when I hover over these product cards, multiple beautiful sections. If we click to add a new section, you will see that there are over 70 plus sections you can choose from, comparing this to Dawn, which has only 10 or 15, I think so. You know, there are so many features, I can't even go through each one of them. Now, going to the theme settings, we can also add a preload animation. We can add our own GIF logo. It even has a website intro, so you can create your own customizable intro for your website. Now, scrolling up, we can see how clean the mega menu looks. The search functionality is awesome. It just looks great. It looks great on mobile devices as well, and over 70% of shopping happens on smaller screens. So yeah, it just looks great. Now, if we go to the product page, you can see it looks clean, high converting with multiple features. You can add different badges, different add-ons. We got this countdown timer here, you know, build up some urgency. I don't know, it's just crazy. I don't have so much time explaining this because there's so many things, so it would probably take me 10 hours or something to explain all of it. And yeah, I definitely recommend checking this out. It's just all in one, most of it at least. This is exactly why we built Materia. We wanted to give creative entrepreneurs more power without having to spend thousands of dollars on developers, or, you know, buying 5 different apps and paying hundreds of dollars on different features and stuff like that. So yeah, with that being said, I really appreciate your time and effort watching this video. It really helps me a lot. So if you have any questions, just comment down below. I'll try to respond to everyone. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and see you in the next one.